Hey everybody, my name is Dave Ross. I'll be your instructor in your ELC-131 circuit analysis class. Thought I'd do this video for you and walk you through the Blackboard Shell platform that we'll be using this semester, and make sure that you're clear on everything. I know there's some confusion because we have multiple sections of ELC-131 and we all share the same Blackboard Shell. So some of the dates and links and all that are different. As a matter of fact, I really believe, for me, I'm going to go with Zoom versus WebEx. But anyway, we'll get into the particulars of that in just a second. First off, I want to welcome you to the course. It's a foundational course for you, regardless of your particular major that you're in. You know, it could be electrical, electronic, computer, mechatronics. We all take this basic circuit analysis course. It's a pretty challenging course, and you know, we cover a lot of ground, do a lot of things. It relies on your prerequisite knowledge of certain math basics that you should be able to do, and we'll go through all those as we get there, and walk through this. It will, if you have gaps and deficits in some of those areas, it will expose those. But we've got some things built in here so that you can flag those and maybe do a little remediation. Maybe you've been out of school for a long time and you don't remember how to do certain things, right? Even some of the basics, you know, like engineering notation, or you know, correct units, or just all these different things, you know, that are really basic mathematical tools that you should have. And you know, there's no shame in the fact that if you've been out of school for a long time and you've forgotten them, then you know, you need to go back and review them. But none of this should prohibit you from being very successful in the course. And so let me begin by just switching screens here and walking you through the Blackboard Shell that we use, and letting you know what's out there. I think it's very well developed. Carol Davis is the primary developer of this shell. And, you know, I was going through and I was, you know, doing a lot of my stuff on my own. And then I look at it and I go like, hers is really better. And so, you know, I'll have my own things that I plug in here, but we're primarily using what she's brought to us. Okay, so let's look at the Blackboard Shell. So this is the Blackboard Shell. This is our course number, the ELC-131-N805, which is sort of a new designation for us these days. But anyway, that's the way the course is designated. And so it begins with an announcement, you know, with the standard welcome and all that sort of thing, and tells you certain things. It says, but please take a moment and look at all the areas when you're ready to begin the course. Go to Coursework folder for your first activity. Of course, it starts with announcements. You know, always look there first. The announcement will be emailed to you as well, but they will appear at this point. Then the next section there, it says text and video chat. I think, like I said, I think it might be simpler for us to use Zoom, and I may be modifying that. With that said, and I've sent an email out to all of you already, I think what we're going to do is, you know, in the course, you know, this is, you know, an online course, and it's supposed to have a designated time when we can meet. Okay. And the options there was a Monday and Wednesday. I just figured Wednesday would probably be better for most of you. And so that designated time for us to meet would be from 6 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. on Wednesday. That will be sort of just getting together, let you answer questions. I'll have some specific topics I want to go over with you. We'll also maybe work some problems, you know, that maybe you're having trouble with, you know, that sort of thing. Working online is the next part here, and I'm going to touch that and open that up. And, you know, online classes. I'm not sure anybody is absolutely a diehard fan of the online course. I guess we're getting better at it the more we do it. I guess you're getting more used to it the more that you do it. But walk through this, and it presents its own challenges, and those challenges are magnified in a course like circuit analysis, which really has such a requirement for us to put our hands on stuff and make measurements and build circuits and all that sort of thing. We're working around that as best we can. As it says here, the labs will be done using a circuit simulation software called Multisim. It is an amazing circuit simulation software program. It's very, very powerful. It is the go-to type of circuit simulation software that you use at whatever level that you're engaging with this stuff. But we'll go through the particulars of that. For the time being, just make aware of it, and I'll be going specifics of about that as you proceed through this. Okay. Then it talks about cloud access and all that. This section here will show you how to access the CPCC cloud. Excuse me. And if you have any problems with that, let me know, and I'll work with you as best I can going through that. And then again, these WebEx teams, I think for simplicity's sake, if I were at campus, I'd probably use WebEx, but since I'm making a lot of these at home, I think Zoom's going to work better for us, but I'll be updating that. Okay, so that's one section that I wanted to show you. And then let's go back to the announcements. Okay, the syllabus and the course info is here in this section, and the actual course syllabus resides here. And we'll, here's all the contact information for me. With this all being online and all this, you can basically get in touch with me anytime you want to. Just access through email, and we'll go from there. One thing I do want to point out to you, this lab kit, hold off on that. This is a goal to use, and I'm not sure it's going to work out for us, but just, it's mentioned there, but there'll be more information. The primary thing that you ought to look at here is this textbook, and it is the Bolstad Introductory Circuit Analysis text. It's its 13th edition, which indicates what a good text this is. When you have 13 editions, that means this book has been published on 13 different occasions with updates and so forth and so on. It is the best text of its kind, and we use that at Central Piedmont. We are proud of the fact that we hold our students to this certain level and of rigor, and using that textbook is, an indication of that. And if you look around across the country at other schools that are leading in this field, that is the textbook that they use. If you knew everything in that textbook, man, you would really have such a solid foundation for this material. But anyway, that's the book. In terms of your getting that book, I'll leave that to you. There are different editions out there. There are international editions. There are there's cover, there's, soft, there's ebooks, all of those certain things, but that's our textbook and what we'll be using. One thing I should have mentioned to you too, like this class meeting time and all that, I'll be changing that. That's from Carol's information, so forth and so on. But, I'll go through it. I'll be fixing all that for us as we proceed through this on the particulars and all. But anyway, what I'm trying to do here is just show you, where all this stuff resides and all, and go from there. The other thing, I would make sure that you're taking the right math, and that you should have been advised to take Math 171 to be in this program. And if that's an issue for anybody, shoot me an email and we'll discuss that. Okay, so that's the syllabus. The course schedule is this tentative week-by-week schedule. Here's the some more information on the text, that you can reference there. Let's see, what else was there in this? Where were we? We were looking at syllabus and course info. The some additional references that we'll come to on occasion. These optional references that are given, places where you can do practice, interactive, virtual problems, so forth and so on. But the main thing there is, the primary course information and, what we're using, so forth and so on. Here's little brief information about me. In particular, I'm a UNCC and NC State grad, and I've been here at Central Piedmont for, gosh, I guess 12, 13 years now, and I've taught this course a lot. And so anyway, we'll make the most of this online environment and try to get things done as we can. Coursework, we're going to have to go to that in just a second. Discussions, I don't see a lot of you using that, but it's a thing that links us all together. Additional resources, those are just other places that you can go to have different access to things. And then my grades are where you can keep track of your grades throughout the semester. All right, so I'm trying not to make this thing drag on too long, but the next place that you want to go through, once you've read all that, you want to go to coursework, and this is your place. This is where you're going to reside most of the time. This is where the weekly stuff is. The first thing that you need to do in this course, you need to go through this Ethics 101, Cheating, Plagiarism, and Diversity, and you need to go through that. Now, there's nothing hard about it, and there's nothing particularly interesting about it, but anyway, it's something that we need to do. It's a requirement for our department, and what it's also going to do is officially put you in this class. So make sure you go through that, take the little quiz, and it will populate in the Blackboard grades, and you'll be on your way here, okay? And then our first week is this week, and here's what you need to do with this, okay? Now, again, these dates about WebEx and all that will change, as we proceed through this sort of thing. But what I want you to do is I want you to go through all the videos. How Learning Happens is a great video that takes you through the process of learning, something that we don't emphasize enough, and we should, because a lot of us, don't know how to learn, or we don't know how to learn efficiently. And then the other thing is, the next thing is a chapter 1 introduction. And then the next video is a math review. Notice it's not the entire math review in the chapter. It's specific to powers of 10, scientific notation, and engineering notation, because that's something that we jump into immediately, and we have to be able to do that to be successful. And then the next thing is I want you to go to Module 2 on resistance, and I want you to go through that. You're going to get some of these things with these pop-up blocks, and I'm not saying you're on your own. I'll try to help you if I can. But a lot of those things are stuff that you need to be able to take care of, on your end, because I can't really see what you're dealing with. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of you are better at that kind of stuff than I am. And so, then there's, you'll go through the Module 2. Let me go back to that. Was there anything? No, that's good. And then once you go through that, there's a post quiz that you'll take. You have 2 attempts. It's only 5 questions. Make sure that you get that. Then there's another module on calculating resistance of a wire, reading resistor values, and that is really it for the first week. This need extra math help, I think, is really good. If you find yourself stumbling in some of this stuff, we've assembled some really good review and remediation places for you to go. Okay, so that ought to get you started in terms of getting going with the course. I know a lot of you have asked about that, and wondering what's going on. And give me a little time. Like I said, I've got to fix some of these things in here that show the 01 section in here, and I'll get all those fixed and changed for us, and we'll be on our way. Good class. I'm looking forward to us getting this done. I'm hoping that at some point here before too long, I may be able to get a vaccine. And because as an educator, I'm in a 1B designation. As soon as I do that and go through that process, I'd love for us to be able to get into the college and make the labs available to you for those that would like to do that. But again, we're weeks away from that being a possibility. So just stay tuned with that. All right, emails 24/7. I'll look at them. I'll get back to you. And any questions that you have, it's all good. It's all going to work out. Challenging times that we're in, but you know, we'll get through them. And I think we're starting to see some light there and at the end of the tunnel. It may not be the beginning of the end, but at least it's the end of the beginning, as some say. So we're getting there. We're going to make it, and before you know it, maybe in the fall, we'll all be sitting next to each other again in a classroom, and normal things will be back with us. Okay, that's it for this one. Later on,